Lucky me, I live in Lubbock, and welcome to this edition of Heat Sinks. We're going to change things up a little bit. We're actually going to do several related news stories during the week, try to make things nice. But the best part of this week was Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It's back, and I have about 25 12 packs of it. Call me obsessive, but when you like something, you better get it while you can. And Walmart had it on sale for $3. And no, that's not an advertisement for Walmart. Want to talk to you about a story that was in the news, and I'm going to keep referring over here. So, apparently, the parents of one of the young ladies that was killed in the Aurora theater shooting several years ago decided back in September to file a lawsuit against some of the gun stores that had sold guns to James Holmes. Long story short, they sued him saying that basically, hey, look, he was supplied with ammunition, body armor, tear gas, etc., and that this company was absolutely neglectful in allowing these sales. So this week, a federal judge out of Denver dismissed it, dismissed the lawsuit, and now the attorneys for the gun store, this would be Lucky Gunner and Sportsman Guide, have already filed motions with the court for $220,000 in legal costs, and another company may be filing for $33,000 in legal costs. Now, guys, before I really get into my whole rant, I work in the legal profession, so I try to look at these things from the legal perspective. Now, from a personal perspective, at the same time, I feel for these families. I feel for these families. They lost family members, loved ones. I believe there was 58 total, or there was 12 people killed, 58 more were wounded, and I have sympathy for them. But I think that this award is just, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the old line, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Well, the thing is, if they did all the proper checks and he cleared, that's not the gun store's fault or problem. That's like me sitting there going to AutoZone and buying a battery to pour the hydrochloric acid in the battery on somebody and then having that person's family sue AutoZone. It's not going to happen. The thing is, I think that attorneys fail more often than not to advise their clients, hey, look, if this suit's thrown out is determined to be frivolous, what have you, you may have to pay some legal fees here. Now, honestly, these people, they've suffered enough. And I do think that the company, from a PR standpoint, to ask for $220,000 in legal fees, that's a lot. Now, if they can sit there and prove that that's what these attorneys honestly spent, then I'm sorry. But realistically, I don't believe for one moment that these attorneys ran up $220,000 in legal fees. And that's just based on what I know. Now, granted, this is a federal case, so, fees for federal cases may vary. I know what the average attorney in Lubbock, Texas charges that's on a state case. So, once again, I do have sympathy for the family. I really do. But at the same time, you know what? You filed this suit. And one of the things that was said in here, and this is why I think if they want to go after anybody for lawyers' fees, I think the family need to sue their attorneys for malpractice because Senior U.S. District Judge Richard P. Motch, M-A-T-S-C-H, I guess that's right, dismissed their suit because Colorado and federal laws shield firearms and ammunition sellers from liability based on a customer's wrongful acts. And they cite case law. So basically, this was a frivolous lawsuit. Okay, frivolous, so guess what? You get to pay fees. The judge did not determine this was a frivolous lawsuit, but basically dismissed it saying, hey, look, you can't sue them. Once again, I go back to my AutoZone theory. If I do that, you can't sue you can sue them. You're not going to get very far, but, quite frankly, I think that $220,000 is probably a little bit much, but, the family has options. They can file bankruptcy, and that watch out judgment just go fly out the window. But I think the right thing to do would be go ahead and accept that this is reality. That lawsuit was not going to bring your daughter back. That lawsuit served nothing more than to get vengeance on somebody who had nothing to do with this. Be more worried about James Holmes sitting in a cell for the rest of his life, or sitting in the electric chair, gas chamber, waiting to get a needle in his arm, whatever method, Go on with your lives and try to cherish the memory of your daughter instead of filing frivolous lawsuits. Once again, I'm going to get some hate comments on this one, but I want to know what you think. As always, rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Don't start this into a flame war, people. Please don't do that. If you've got a different opinion, tell me about it. In the future, we may bring some of those up. I want to know why you think I'm right or why you think I'm wrong. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.